So loss of liquid pressure, just now I sent a video on it, you can observe it. Similarly, you would have studied in your 8th standard, take your 8th standard book, recollect it back. So I'm just leaving that alone to be recollected by you. If you have any doubt, you ask me, I'll just explain to you again. So this one we already know laws of liquid pressure. So as we go inside the liquid, that as the height increases, the pressure increases. So the pressure in horizontal point of a liquid is going to be the same. Liquid seeks its own level. Depending upon the density of different liquid, the pressure will be different. So all these are going to be the laws of your liquid pressure. You can recollect, watch that video. So now let us see some of the consequences of your liquid pressure. I'm going to see the consequence of a liquid pressure. So every liquid has its own pressure. So because of this pressure, something a liquid is going to put on me, what are the side effects, what are the effects on me or to the surroundings? Is it going to be helpful or not? That is what I'm going to see here. So the very first thing we will see is compare a river and a sea. So a man is going to go inside a river. Imagine for about 10 meters. Similarly, he's going to go into a sea for about 10 meters. I mean down. Okay, he's going down. So where he will face more pressure, either in the sea or in the river? Just think, in the sea or in the river, you'll be facing more pressure in the sea because the density of your sea water is comparatively high than your river, because your river is a fresh water and your sea is a it's going to be consist of salt water, therefore the density differs. So why I'm stating these kinds of questions are because they are going to be your reasoning question. So a question may arise, why a man who's drowning inside a river feels a little pressure comparing to the same man who is going to drown inside a sea? The answer is because of your difference in pressure, difference in density of your liquid. So the density of sea water is more than the density of your river water. The next example, the wall of a dam is made thicker at the bottom. Okay, it's going to be thicker at the bottom. Can you see? I told you, if you're having water, you have to divide it into layers. So if I'm going to divide it into layers, the bottommost layer will have many layers on it. Imagine some 100 layers. It has to hold such a heavy weight. Therefore I have to give a concrete base, a good concrete base to it, by which the water cannot gush out of it. So that is why the walls of your dam is made thicker at your bottom, because the bottom layer has to withstand the entire mass which is about it. 100 or 1000 layers of water will be about the bottommost layer. So the bottom of your, so the side which is nearer to your dam must be made thicker. Okay, so water placed in a high tank, why generally we construct a tank at the topmost of a building? Because the water can easily flow down. Okay, if your entire tank is full, once if you open it, you will find the water will be gushing out in a very high speed, and the person who is going to be living in the lowest block, okay, if he's going to be in the ground, uh, okay, comparing the ground floor, the first floor, the person who is living in the ground floor will receive the water faster enough because of your acceleration due to gravity and the height. Okay, so the supply of water in a town, the tank is stored in a made in a suitable height. Greater the height of the tank, more will be the pressure. Just now we saw, as your height increases, your pressure increases, therefore that particular case. Okay, the next one is your diver's suit. So if you might find the people who are going for the deep sea divers and all. Okay, some people go in discovery and all, they'll be wearing a special suit around them. Why? It is because our human body consists of veins in which your blood has its own pressure by which it has to run across the entire human body. Now if I'm going to go into a sea, there is going to be an extra pressure. Therefore this pressure is also experienced by my vessels. The blood inside my vessels will also experience it, so by which there is a chance of blasting. So in order to avoid that, in order to keep my body in a streamline, my system has to be perfect. So in order to provide me from that extra pressure, they are provided with a diver suit. So it is generally made of, okay, the diver suit is a protective suit, and it is made up of glass reinforced plastic or a cast aluminum.